Hello everyone, welcome to the video. I'm Jake. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is going to be a kind of Chelsea news video, which we've been doing a few kind of things like this on the channel recently, and we're going to be talking about Chelsea's transfer targets in the goalkeeper position and who I think would be the best options for us and which are the most realistic. You guys really seem to appreciate the last few Chelsea videos like this, which I'm really thankful for. It's something I enjoy talking about, Chelsea and my team, and my last video about Chelsea kind of blew up. I know 300 views isn't really blowing up, but for my channel that's a big amount of views, and we went from like 101 subscribers to 121, a massive jump. We got like 15 subscribers purely based on the video that I made, which is the most subscribers I've ever earned from one video. So yeah, I'm really thankful for the support, and if you do enjoy today's video or you enjoyed the last one and forgot to subscribe, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and we're going to aim for 125 subscribers. It's a bit far-fetched for this channel to get 4 subscribers in one video, but if we can do it, that'd be very good, and then we can eventually start pushing for 200. So 125 subscribers is the target for today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, let me know what you think in the comments. I haven't made many of these type of videos, so it'd be nice to hear what you guys think of it, what you think of what I say in the video to do with the goalkeeper targets, whether you think they're realistic, completely outlandish, or completely stupid. You guys let me know who would be your ideal signings, and let me know what you think of the videos as a whole to help me improve the videos for you guys. So far this season, Chelsea have gone out and spent a lot of money improving the team's weaknesses that we had last season. We've signed a left back, whether you think Ben Chilwell is good or not. We've addressed that left back was a problem, signed a left back. We addressed that centre back was a problem. We might not have permanently fixed it, but we've signed Thiago Silva to play centre back for Chelsea for the next few seasons, and that looks like a pretty good deal. We signed Ziyech, we're about to sign Havertz, which was confirmed about a week ago, but we're just waiting for the official confirmation from Chelsea. And we have signed Werner too to help us finish our chances. And that leaves pretty much one position that is untouched so far in the transfer market that Chelsea will have looked at and gone, yes, we need to improve that position, and that is the goalkeeper position. We all know the last few years for Kepa haven't been easy, particularly this year. He hasn't done very well. Lampard's had to struggle with playing either him or Caballero, and neither goalkeeper being the best. And I think it's pretty clear that Lampard's looking for a change. I don't think Caballero is going to come in and displace Kepa for a whole season. So we'll start today's video by talking about the first goalkeeper who could be Chelsea's goalkeeper next season, and that is Kepa. Now personally, I'm not a Kepa hater. I don't want to slander him. I really wanted him to do well. When we sold Courtois, he came in. He looked very good from Bilbao. Looked like it could be a signing. Obviously a massive amount of money spent on him. A record-breaking £70-odd million. He could have been brilliant for us. He just wasn't. He never really hit the heights, and I know he's still young. I'm sure in a few years he'll improve. But whether that's at Chelsea is another case. I don't think we can risk maybe him getting better next season in goal. We're a team that wants to challenge for the title. We want to challenge on European fronts. We can't really be playing players just in case they turn good. So for me, Kepa shouldn't be Chelsea's goalkeeper next season. Obviously, not only is there the kind of thing where whenever someone scores, we're thinking, could Kepa have done better? There's always a little bit of doubt. He does make mistakes too, and he doesn't have the best command of his area, which is quite worrying and makes us look worse from corners than we actually are. I know Chelsea's corner defending gets a lot of stick, as it should, but a lot of that comes down to a commanding keeper who can come out and claim the ball. So today we're going to talk about some other targets that we've been linked with, how realistic I think they are, and if I would like that transfer. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments who you'd like to sign, but the first person we're going to talk about is Jan Oblak. Obviously this is the dream signing for Chelsea, probably never going to happen, let's be honest, it's not realistic at all. We were linked to him a few times at the start of the window, but that's pretty much it, just like paper rumours. If we wanted him, we'd have to probably break his release clause, which is around 80 to 100 million. I think when I saw it, it was on the upside of 100 million. So yeah, I think that'd be a very tough one for Chelsea to go out and get. But obviously, if Oblak does come in, he displaces Kepa. Kepa maybe learns from him or goes on loan for 2 years, because I don't think Chelsea are going to sell Kepa and get the money that they want for him. So he's going to either stick around or go on loan. Obviously, Oblak comes in, displaces Kepa, and becomes our #1 goalkeeper. But for me, I think Chelsea are more looking to buy someone to provide competition for Kepa and eventually displace him, rather than just buying this superstar for a load of money, because we've already spent so much money. I don't think we're going to go out and spend big bucks on a really, really top goalkeeper like Oblak and put him straight in the team. So again, not realistic at all, but for me, I would love this signing, as I think every fan in the world would. You only have to turn on FIFA or Football Manager to see Jan Oblak is one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world, and would walk into most teams, bar maybe like an Alisson at Liverpool and that kind of thing. So obviously, Kepa would get displaced and Oblak would come in. It's an ideal signing, but it's never going to happen. Next, we move on to a guy that we were linked with quite a lot, bit more than Oblak actually, at the start of the window. Someone who is officially available to buy, according to the directors at Ajax. They said at the start of the season, Donny van de Beek, Onana and Tagliafico were available if someone hit the right amount of money for them, because they promised them an extra year after the Champions League run, which they've done, and Ajax are willing to sell him on. And as you saw when Donny van der Beek joined Manchester United, there was no negotiations really. Manchester United just went 40 million, Ajax went, okay, done. And I think the same would be for Onana to Chelsea. I can't say I've watched him every week, but for me it just seems like we'd be buying a player who could again be good. He could be, I know that, but it's buying an unknown quantity into the Premier League, and he just doesn't seem to have the physical capabilities for the Premier League, which has been Kepa's main issue. He is a very good shot stopper, we've seen that, very good distributor of a ball, we've seen that. But also Kepa's kind of that too. I know his shot stopping skills have gone down, Kepa, but that is what he was brought in to do. And it just didn't really work out for Chelsea, and I'm sure they won't want to make the same mistakes again. And for me, Onana would be more of the same, and I just don't think it would be worth doing for Chelsea. It's a bit more realistic than Oblak, I'll give it that, but I just don't really want it personally. I know a lot of fans will want that, just to see a change from Kepa. And I really wish if he did join, obviously I'm going to back him and I hope he does really well, but Onana for me would just be more of the same issues with Kepa. Let me know what you think. And we're going to move on to our next transfer target now. Edouard Mendy, he's someone who we've been linked to a lot of times in the media recently. It seems like if we're going to buy a goalkeeper, he looks like the most realistic signing that we're going to make. Edouard Mendy is a 6'4" goalkeeper who plays for Stade Rennais. He's 28 years old in the French league. Now looking at that, you kind of think, why would Chelsea want to buy him? It's the French league, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? A lot of fans just want to see a change from Kepa, and Mendy's looking like he'd have a price tag of around 18 to 30 million. I reckon they'd negotiate around somewhere about 25 million, 20 million, which for if he comes in as, say, the backup to Kepa and replaces Caballero, good. He's 28, he'd last for 6 or 7 years as our backup goalkeeper. Good business in my opinion, but obviously it is a lot for a backup goalkeeper, and I don't think Mendy would be coming in to do that job. I think Mendy would be coming in to be an option instead of Kepa, battling it out between them two, and eventually Mendy will come in and displace him. He's got a very good command of his area. I haven't seen much of him, and I know you shouldn't read too much into stats, but he plays for Stade Rennais, which is a team that Petr Cech used to play for, and you can imagine Petr Cech probably keeps an eye on his old teams, as most players would, because he's going to have a soft spot for him. Now, Petr Cech works in the upper levels of Chelsea, looking for transfer targets and that kind of thing, and I would not be surprised if he's gone to Chelsea. Look at Stade Rennais, there's a goalkeeper there who's doing a pretty good job there, and statistically he compares quite well to Petr Cech. And I can imagine Cech's told a few scouts to look at him, and Chelsea have gone, yeah, he looks alright, like he wouldn't be a bad signing. And if we got him, I think this is the most realistic signing we could make. I wouldn't be against it, I think it would be perfectly fine. Not breaking the bank for a goalkeeper, someone who could come in, be a surprise package and be a really good goalkeeper from us. And it would just be really nice to have a solid goalkeeper, the best goalkeepers in the world, make the saves that you expect them to make, and make some saves on top that can win you games and earn you points. Solid goalkeepers, for example, I'm thinking Ben Foster off the top of my head, who would be easy to buy from a relegated Watford. He would come in, do a solid job, save a solid amount of shots, not do anything more than that, and that's good. Whereas Kepa last season wasn't even saving the shots he was expected to, so it wasn't the best from Kepa last season. I think Mendy would come in and at least be a solid goalkeeper for us, giving us a better option than Kepa, and I think he'd be a good signing for Chelsea, and I'd be happy to see it happen. Finally, my dream signing for Chelsea in goal is one I've spoke about before, but for me, Nick Pope. Nick Pope would be brilliant for Chelsea in my opinion. You wouldn't have the whole moving from another league difficulty. He plays for Burnley in the Premier League and has been consistently good for them. We know he can do it at a Premier League level against the same teams he'd be playing for if he played for Chelsea. He's one of the options at England, and I think for himself, Nick Pope, that would be a good move for him because it's going to push him up the England rankings and hopefully make him England's #1 goalkeeper. I just think he's a really solid goalkeeper with the physical attributes to command the area, make good shots that you wouldn't expect him to, which take him onto that top level to be a top goalkeeper. He's also English, which Chelsea need to have a certain amount of English players, which they're fine with because of their academy products, but it never hurts. I think he would be a great prospect for Chelsea. I expect he'd be around 50 million, and I would pay anywhere up to £50 million for him. I think he's that good. I know Chelsea won't want to go out and spend that much money after spending 70-odd million on Kepa, but for me, he would come in and easily be our #1 goalkeeper and just bring a bit of solidity to that defence. And could you imagine a team with Pope, Silva, Zuma, Aspilicueta, or Reece James, Chilwell, Kante? I just feel like that team is a lot more solid at the back, and I think that would be a lot better for Chelsea than having the worries of, oh, are we playing Caballero this game? Are we playing Kepa? Which causes a lot of problems, not only for Frank Lampard, but also, can you imagine a defender knowing that each game he's got a different goalkeeper behind him, not knowing how to work best with them? Because consistency breeds good defending. We've seen it at Liverpool, it's pretty much always the same backline and goalkeeper. Now they know each other pretty well enough, other than a few mistakes that Van Dijk made in a recent game I remember in lockdown. But you can quite often go like, okay, Alisson's going to be behind me, I don't even need to look, he's going to come and claim the ball. And that's kind of what you want from Chelsea, rather than passing it back to Kepa. Kepa messes up, all of a sudden you've conceded a goal, we drop 3 points. we come fourth instead of third. Maybe next season we drop out of the top four if he did that kind of thing. And we just really can't risk losing points this season. And I think if we brought a solid or better goalkeeper this season, we'd be looking at challenging for the title. Maybe not get as close as people think we will do, but we definitely put up a much better fight than we did this season, plus hopefully put up a better European run. So for me, I would say most realistic, it would go Mendy, Onana, Pope, Kepa, Oblak. But for me, the dream signing would be Oblak. It's never going to happen, so Nick Pope for me I think is a more realistic one. Still in my eyes, won't happen. I think Mendy will be the one Chelsea go for. Let me know what you guys think. Are any of my suggestions stupid? Is there someone that I've not mentioned that you think would be good? Who do you expect for us to sign? That kind of thing. And if you did enjoy the video, feel free to hit the like button so that a few more people see his content on YouTube, and hopefully we can bring some more Chelsea fans into the channel. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I hope to see you in the next one, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.